I'm
about?
giving Grogu the same treatment. He's Baby Yoda,
Oh
and you
my
will not
God.
change my mind.
Oh
He's
my
a
God.
baby, and he looks like Yoda,
Oh
and
my
he's not done
fucking
anything
Christ.
of consequence yet. He saved the
crazy.
Mandalorian. Whoop-de-doo.
He
What do
saved
you
more
know
than
what the
just a
fucking Mandalorian stands for and what they've done?
Yo, the crab feeder saw Damon coming. He said, "Diamond." It was bad. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Blerd Line Podcast. It is your boy Greg from Dad Pad Gaming. Top of the morning to you. Almost afternoon, as we are on CP time this morning. We do apologize. Nonetheless, we got my guy today, Demigod Sean. How you doing?
Hey, what's good, man?
Man, yeah. We got the brown face, circle face, assassin,
No,
Lady Gunner.
face.
Hey.
I got an octagon, but hey, how y'all doing this morning?
You know what? I disrespect you. The brown face, smiley face, circle face, Lady Gunner. We got to get all three of them in or it ain't real. And then lastly, we got not even Nemo Hoes today. Nemo Z's. My man.
Z's.
Yo man. Sleepy Perry. How you doing today?
He like a sleepy Perry.
I'm just ready to go to sleep. What's going on, Impost?
Impost, right? What up? Thank you for stopping
What
by.
up, bro?
So we had a crazy week this week, man. We got a lot to go over. We've got only a few topics, but a lot of these topics are pretty hefty within themselves. So we got some information about a lot of Assassin's Creed, some games far more important than others. We got some clapback from Sony towards Microsoft, which I think I don't know if you guys caught on to that one. That's a pretty interesting and funny story. We got Black Adam potentially being a hero. Disney and Marvel's game showcase and D23.
Yeah, can I add something to that, please?
Yeah. Shoot.
I don't have too much spice, but I have smoked paprika for anyone.
I'm
going to talk about the superior version of Mermaid that's going to be coming out soon.
Yes.
Because people were upset when Brandy and Whitney Houston was doing it, and guess what? It is the one live action. It is the
superior version.
No, it's the one we all talk about because it's the one that matters. Outside of the animation, it's the one that matters.
Yeah.
And because Brandy and Whitney Houston can sing. You know what Little Mermaid, what Haley can do? Sing her.
Sing.
No, that woman can sing. She has a serenade. But we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
And then Impulse. I'm sorry for your loss. Yesterday, the Gators lost, and I was pissed because I had them winning. And then it's Sunday Night Football, so Tom Brady got to do his thing.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
football season is here. Like, I love football season. My favorite thing about football season, like, since I'm like 4 kids in and I have to like choose between video games and sports at this point, is the disrespect towards the Dallas Cowboy fans. Like, since I am like, I maybe get to watch 3 to 5 games of football through the year at this point, which is a little sad, especially as much as I used to be able to watch. But the disrespect for the Cowboys just keeps me alive. I love that shit.
But you know what's funny? You know what's hilarious?
You are a sick individual.
You know what's funny, though? That Sean will probably agree with? And I talked to JP about this. Statistically, Tony Romo is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But when you watch that nigga play, you're like, what the hell is he doing? But
easily top 10.
Easily. But when you hear this man commentate football, he is a master commentator. He knows what he's talking about. I'm like, Tony Romo.
Wow.
Like, no, we all agree, like, bro, why aren't you coaching somewhere? Like, fuck being on TV, bro. Go coach.
Yeah, he need a job. Somebody hired him, man.
He got a job. If he wanted to, he can easily be like, ESPN, this is the time I will be talking football. These are the people that I will have on my show, and this is what you are paying me. I will see you next Sunday. That's the type of control that people will sit there and let him talk all day about football. because he knows what he's talking about. Statistically, man is a genius. Just live performance. I'm like, bro.
Right, but then you look back at the stats, it's like, I mean, I guess you did.
No. You don't look back at the stats because statistically it's amazing. You look back at the
look back at
playoffs.
the stats are statistics.
Playoffs.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying. You said all right. No, you look at the playoffs, bro, and you be like, bro,
Yeah.
were you
Playoff
drinking?
numbers.
No, are you drinking?
Bro, go ahead, do your thing.
That's great. So where do y'all want to start? Because like I said, we got some pretty thick with 3Cs in the topics. So do y'all want to start with Assassin's Creed? Some more petty banner between Sony and Microsoft, Black Adam, Disney and
Let's
Marvel.
let's get petty, man.
Okay.
What's up with the petty banner? I'm interested.
All right.
I've been
So
spicy all week, and I'm not about to fuck with y'all. I'm not doing
so
this.
so no. So this is actually kind of funny. So I know last week we had touch bases on the $50 price increase in most countries except for good old America.
Right.
And we talked about how Nintendo and Microsoft popped up, and they were like, "Hey, you can come get this Series S right now for $300. We ain't raising nothing over these ways." So following after that, Phil Spencer went and made a statement saying about, and this apparently was supposed to be kept behind closed doors. But he comes out and makes a statement saying, "Hey y'all, hey, we just had a talk with Sony about Call of Duty, and as far as I can say right now, we plan on continuing to release games on that platform for everybody to enjoy Call of Duty. It is an important franchise. We had a great meeting, right?" So I guess Sony was feeling spicy. So what their head came out and said, Jack Ryan, he came out was like, "Hey, the meeting was supposed to be behind closed doors, but since y'all wanted to say something about it, let's really get into this conversation. Xbox is only planning on having Call of Duty on PlayStation for the next 3 years because that is the contractual obligation that Activision set up before they got signed. And the deal that Microsoft offered us to keep Call of Duty on our platform beyond those 3 years was nothing short of disrespectful and was reaching above and beyond any type of agreement ever made for any publishing deal within video games." So seems like things is getting a little heated. I don't know where to take things from here, but it seems like PlayStation got a couple years to figure out what they're gonna do as far as like a AAA
Wow.
multiplayer game, because it seems like Call of Duty at least may not have a future on PlayStation. So knowing that we have Lady Gunner, our brown face, circle face, smiley face assassin out here, she be out here, popping boys on stream,
Facts.
off stream, in Destiny, and everything in between. How do you feel about this? Like, if PlayStation leaves from Call of Duty, like, is that a deal breaker for you?
It's not a deal breaker. I haven't played Call of Duty since Black Ops. I haven't had fun since Black Ops 2. I
Ooh,
played Black Ops 3, but
ooh.
I just like the zombies off of that.
Because it's
So,
superior.
yeah, because it's superior. Black Ops 1 zombies was the best, but I don't really know. I found other Destiny takes up most of my time in shooting. The only thing
Jesus.
is I'm going to miss really is the zombies because
Yeah,
Call of Duty turned into a major camping game anyway, unless you play like Warzone or Rebirth. Like other than that, half the people camp sitting in corners on hard mode. Core, same thing. You just run into campers anyway, so it kind of don't matter.
So with this here, y'all heard it first. Call of Duty is dead. Lady Gunner said it. She is the president of all shooter games, and she said that Call of Duty is dead. Now, I do see Impost you in the chat right now. You said, yeah, it kind of is. So do you mean it's kind of a deal breaker for PlayStation? Because you also followed up and said Xbox is mid. If has nothing, me, and speak for me. So I mean, if you do want to clarify that in the chat, we're here for it. Perry, do you have any thoughts on the pettiness between Sony and Xbox at this very moment?
No, because at this point, in particularly, just stay on topic. I mean, Sony doesn't need PlayStation. Xbox.
Mhm.
Sony doesn't need Call of Duty, you
It's
mean?
Call of Duty.
Call
I'm
of
sorry,
Duty.
I'm tired, y'all. Sony doesn't need Call of Duty, but Call of Duty needs the numbers that PlayStation pulls.
Yeah.
It'd be stupid. To me, Call of Duty needs time to breathe and then come back. Unlike Lady Gunner, I enjoy the whole entire aspect of Black Ops 3. Everything after that, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Advanced Warfare
Yeah.
was trash.
Yeah,
But
terrible.
Advanced Warfare was
Terrible.
trash. But Black Ops
That
3,
one was so fun with the exoskeleton. Like, I'm not gonna say it
Yeah.
was the best Call of Duty, but
No,
it
it was
was
not the
fun.
best, but that shit
No, they
was
did
fun,
Advanced
It was
Warfare. The
bro.
fun.
next thing you know, Black Ops 3, we running along walls and
Black Ops 3
double
was
jumping.
fun
I was
because
like,
I
what is
had the
this?
character, like, I had my own character with my own special move, and I was willing and dealing. But, I mean, they're going to throw shade at each other for the next few weeks, for the next few years, just because deals are coming through, exclusives are about to drop, numbers are going to start mattering again.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm expecting jabs. I'm expecting the Game Awards to be full on Source Awards at this point.
Oh, it said come to death row. So who's death row in this situation?
Right
I
now,
think death.
Xbox is death row. Xbox is
Yeah,
death row just
I
because they're
will.
buying
That's what I
everybody.
was gonna say. Yeah. Whew, yeah, and I agree. So, like, something I do want to highlight because they did say that it was like well beyond anything that usually happens within the gaming deals. Traditionally, what you get for like any type of publishing deal on gaming platforms is that if you're selling a game on the PlayStation Store, traditionally, I'm sure there are special cases, but traditionally, what happens is you buy a game off the PlayStation Store, Sony gets 30% of that, and then 70% of that will traditionally go back to whoever the publisher of the game is. So I'm kind of curious, like, do you think Xbox pulled up and was like, look, man, y'all can have it on there, but we want 70%? Like, I'm just curious of what that conversation went like for him to come out and be like, hey, man, look, we wasn't even supposed to say this to y'all, but since they out here talking, this
Right.
like I'm really curious about that. Like, Shy, do
He
you
said it was disrespectful, man, and you gotta like look at it, right? And just be like, man, if it's the way that they're coming out and talking to each other and talking about each other like this, like I would say shit, he probably wanted like 90% or 80%. Like some astronomical number, you know what I mean? Because they see that, they just put 3.8 billion into Bungie, right? And
hmm
and Activision just had a relationship with Bungie not 5 years ago, right? So there's still tension there too. And granted, they're not even working on the same game, they're still working on a first person shooter.
right.
You know what I mean? So they're still in the same realm there. I think there's some underlying drama, not only with Sony and Microsoft, but with Activision, and Bungie actually being there as well.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of which, like, just a quick side note, because we didn't touch on it last week, but Infinite Halo Infinite has dropped the split screen mode from
Yes.
the campaign, which
Uproar.
has caused an uproar, and the game is currently being review bombed, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Like, oh my
yeah,
goodness.
bro.
And
Yeah, bro.
it's crazy popping back into the chat. Like, it's not dead. No, that was complete sarcasm. We understand Call of Duty isn't really dead. But
Mhm.
because Lady Gunner says that she don't play it, it's dead. Kill it. It's dead, okay?
The
Stick
only
a
thing I'm
fork
gonna
in it.
miss when Activision leave is the zombies. Like there hasn't been. I've played. What's that? World War Z.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. There are
what's that?
plenty of
Back
good
in
zombie games
Blood.
out there.
Not none has come close to Activision's zombies for me.
Yeah. And I mean, quite honestly, I don't really play many Activision games. Like, really,
Been a while.
the Tony Hawk Pro Skater H remake, or however they like to call it, was really the only one that I did play. And from what I understand, they actually shelved that studio and like merged them into making Call of Duty, along with the Crash Bandicoot team. So, um, you know, I don't really have much for those guys. Um, Now, before we kind of move into our next topic, did anybody have any final thoughts on where we are with the Sony Microsoft banter and what they think the next move may be?
The next move for me um, is acquisitions. I mean, the next power move that publicly that people will see will probably be a Sony event coming up that's going to be
hmm
announced.
Yeah. I'm
God
thinking
of
they're
War
going to go
dropping.
crazy for TGS.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
TGS is on fire, and that's in a few weeks. That's this week.
No, that's this week, Thursday through, I think, Saturday,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
through Sunday.
This week. I mean, there's a lot of things happening this week. Just going to be fire. So you got that, the Game Awards, and like I don't know who's the representative for Sony on this
Uh,
stage.
J- so Jack Ryan is the equivalent of Phil Spencer.
I don't too much care for Jack Ryan. I love Phil Spencer. Like I am very much a Phil Spencer fan because to me he just gets it. Jack Ryan is definitely corporate, 1,000% corporate.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love, like, that's probably the thing I'm most jealous about with Xbox on their side is like having respect and wanting Xbox to thrive so that we can innovate the gaming industry in general. The biggest thing that I want from Microsoft is Phil Spencer, and that says something because they ain't got no games. So take that for what you will. But speaking of games, we got the Ubi Forward yesterday, and we got a lot of news. Quite honestly, a lot of stuff that we already knew about. Not Sea of Thieves, but Skull and Bones still looks awesome, but I don't know how it's gonna do right there in like God of War Ragnarok territory. We got Rayman confirmed to be popping up in Mario and the Rabbids team up game, which kind of sucks. We would hope that Rayman would have enough respect on his name to just get Rayman Legends 2 at this point. It was an awesome
Yeah.
platformer. And then we got a shit ton of Assassin's Creed. Um,
Ugh.
Now there's only a couple things that matter. They announced like 5, maybe 6 different Assassin's Creed games, but we don't have to go over all of those. The ones that we care about, the one that's supposed to come out next year, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is actually set in ancient Baghdad, I think is what they said it was, which is a super interesting setting for a game.
It's
Did either of you
something
guys catch that trailer?
Actually, me and Lady Gunner were live on stream yesterday and watched it together and talked about it. Um, Lady
What up,
Gunner.
Sid?
So I believe the character that we will be running with was actually shown for a brief moment in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And
Yes.
something I brought up to Lady Gunner that I love so much that she kind of got spicy with me is, oh, we're finally assassins again and not just running around being loud as hell. I
Right.
cannot.
Like
Yeah.
what's up with that? We're supposed to be
Yeah.
stealthy assassins while raiding and pillaging a
Yeah.
village?
I feel it with the
Don't
open
do
world.
Valhalla. 10 out of 10. Don't do that. Don't do
Listen,
that.
Well,
listen,
10 out
listen.
of 10 out of
No,
Don't do
10.
that. Don't
no,
10
Whoa, whoa,
out
whoa,
of
whoa, whoa, whoa,
10.
whoa, 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 whoa.
no,
Hold on, wait a minute.
not at
You
all.
you would give Valhalla a 10 out of. So this is what I'll say. If Valhalla was did you finish it?
No,
Of
I'm
course you
messing
didn't
with
finish it. No one ever finished that game. Why? Because it was too fucking long. It was too long.
It was a
And that was
drag.
the
Can't say you
issue.
beat a game and
Like,
it's too short.
no, you can. There are plenty of short games that were actually
That
amazing.
really? Name 5.
Yes. I can name 5. Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear
Ooh,
Solid 1.
ooh.
We can say what's that? Gone Home, which is a kind of a point and click adventure. I can say the Resident Evil 2 is fairly short. I can give you I can go on here if you want me to. Because what was that, 4?
Yeah, Little Nightmares 1 and
That's
2
4.
are
Yeah,
still
Little
up there.
Nightmares 1 and 2.
Well, y'all
Stray.
have fun with them
Stray.
short games. I like my
Stray.
things long.
Like
Stray
literally.
is
I'm
So
having
super short.
fun in my
so
Super
adventure.
short.
so like
Sifu.
don't get me wrong.
Mm.
Like Sifu, oh my god, Sifu.
Valhalla
But
is a 5 out of 10. I almost
so
kicked you out of here.
so don't get
talk
me
to me.
wrong.
That's
Valhalla
crazy.
absolutely. Like I think as an Assassin's Creed game was a little off brand.
Just a
If they
little.
would have just made it like a Vikings game and called it something else, it would have been that would have been great.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is the length of the game, because for the first half of the game, you actually get a very intelligent, interactive narrative. The character is super interesting. You get like these tie-ins of the the Norse mythology with Thor and and Odin and all of this stuff, and all that stuff's very interesting. But what happens is after a while you get to these strongholds that are required to progress the story that don't actually progress the story. So you end up in this weird gap for like 20 hours where nothing's happening in the story. You've got to go find, I think his name was Sigurd, her brother, her or his brother, however you like to play your Eivor, and he's gone and kidnapped for like 20 hours while you're doing over all of these insignificant nations that do not add to the story. I feel if they would have just took that 20 hours out and streamlined the story back to saving Sigurd and blah blah blah, it would have been amazing, and we would have had a 8, 9, or even a 10 out of 10 game. But it was like they bloated the game because they knew they were coming with DLC, and they wanted people to play this game long enough to hook them in, to bring in the DLC, to keep hooking them in, to kind of games of service a single player game. And that was really, really a weird decision. But I
Well,
did enjoy it.
I'm sorry, Greg, that you had a 20-hour gap of nothingness. I had fun enjoying getting people married and assassinating taking over other monuments and places like that. Like, I'm sorry that 20-hour gap was not fun for you. I
Pish
did all of
posh.
it. And then I get to turn into Odin at the same time. I had fun on my Viking adventure of Norse mythology.
No, I
Like,
thought that was amazing. Like I said, everything that progressed the story was great, but it was just that weird 20-hour block where you didn't do anything but take over villages and get alliances that
that
did not
wasn't fun.
add to. It was okay, but the entire time that was going on, I'm sitting here like, man,
He hasn't finished this
like,
Assassin's Creed since 09.
sheesh. Yeah, but during that entire period, I'm just like, when is this over?
Feel
And
you, dog.
it got to a point where I was playing the game not because I was having fun anymore, because like the battle mechanics aren't really that great. They were fine. And it was just like, how many more villages do I have to pillage? Like, when is this game over? And then you get to the end, and then it's like this weird cliffhanger where it's like, it's not really over. Someone else is in the Animus now, and yeah, you got to figure it out just to set up DLC, which was super fucking lazy. Like, don't
Desmond
give
was
me a
in the Animus.
cliffhanger. Yeah, like,
was in the Animus. I finished it. It was just a drag.
yeah,
For me,
but
So Desmond is back?
in
no.
a sense, well, not no, he's not back. He is in the Animus in a way, because they did a sloppy job for it. Again, there was Odyssey was perfect. Odyssey was perfect.
It was, yeah. I got to go back and play some more Odyssey. But long story short, like, which doesn't add to Eivor's story at all. So before I say this lady gonna do you care like what happens outside the Animus at the end?
Oh no.
Okay, so long story short, like they alter the Animus in a way that anyone can connect to anyone's genetic code if you know how to use the Animus. What happens at the end? You find out that a guy that is like a descendant of, or I guess an ancestor of Desmond, somehow is connected to the Animus and like connects back to the current time, and then takes over and then takes control of Eivor. And then that's where the game ends, and it's like, oh no, now someone else is in control of Eivor and the Animus. Go raid and pillage and explore more while we get this DLC ready. It was like really, really fucking convoluted and weird.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think that Mirage itself actually looks pretty cool.
I'm an assassin again. That's what.
Yeah, like that's like the coolest thing
Yeah.
about it is like, and it's also kind of cheap and cash grabby as well. But that theatric trailer was such a callback to that first time we had the trailer from Ezio when he was like maneuvering through that party and like and he was trying to assassinate the fat guy?
No, sir. Let's go back even further. We was back with Altair. That's what it felt like. We was
No,
back
like
at Altair.
if you look at the trailer, there are like comparisons, like the moment.
No,
when
I remember. I know exactly which one you're talking about. You're talking about. I know exactly which one you're talking about when it came to that. But it was the fact that we are back in a major city where we're an assassin. Like Ezio is the pinnacle of Assassin's Creed. I don't care what anyone says. He's the pinnacle. He's the greatest. He is what we wanted. Altair was the assassin that was the first of its kind, where we saw, and you got that feeling of him moving, maneuvering again. It was what was it? What scene was it? When he made the assassin, when he made the hit, and then he was moving back into the crowd, running away. Made me think of that moment when, oh boy, the new assassin Mirage was moving through the crowd, trying to get to his target or just trying to blend in. And so I'm excited. I hope they go back
he's
to.
supposed to be Basim from AC. Isn't this assassin from Mirage, or am I thinking about?
No, you're thinking of the same guy. It's the same character from Valhalla. Like that's exactly who he is. I could not remember his name. And that is literally him. Like, that's him. That's who we are. That's exactly who we are.
Oh, so the assassin that puts Eivor on is who we are?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
See, I didn't catch that.
Exactly.
I didn't catch his name.
Yeah, that's who. I could not remember his name.
Which is fine, because in that game, which is fun enough, like every time you have an interaction with as Eivor with him, he's like, dude, you gotta be more sneaky. Like this caveman approach shit ain't cool. Like, what are you doing?
And then when you talk to him, like he was with this, bro. Not to cut you off, and I do apologize.
No, you're good.
With this, it literally shows like Eivor in Valhalla was an arm, like a branch of the assassins, but they were not true assassins because she never got her finger cut off. She had her axe. She was a part of the assassin. She was athletic, but you are not an assassin. You are not part of the strong. You are not one of us, but you are a part of us. Which is something like
that ring finger.
Yes,
right. And she wasn't necessarily like for the cause. She was kind of still doing her own
thing. Yeah.
It's just like some of her destiny intertwined in that, but she wasn't really there for the beef between assassins and Templars. It just so happened that her enemies were just Templars.
Yeah.
So I agree with you there. But enough about Aloy and enough about our Baghdadi and the assassin.
You know, you just said Aloy.
Aloy? Yeah, Eivor. Yeah. So I got Aloy on my mind, and maybe I want Aloy to be a Viking. I don't know. But enough of those guys. The thing that is everyone's really talking about is Assassin's Creed is finally, after they've been requesting this for 10 years plus, they are finally heading to feudal Japan.
It is about
fucking
time,
mobile
bro.
game. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So the Code
Jade
Jade was the mobile game. So this one, I think they called it Code Red. I think
this
is what it's called right now.
This one's Code Red.
And you are a shinobi assassin, which, of course is the same thing. But you are a shinobi of the Creed in feudal Japan.
Yeah.
So the fact that you are a ninja, it looks like we're continuing to lean back into the
fucking
stealth
assassins
mechanics of being an assassin. Now, obviously, we don't know much about this game, but like, nonetheless, still, like, that's exciting, right?
Yes.
Like we got it. Like we finally got it.
Extremely exciting. I cannot wait. I haven't been this excited for an Assassin's Creed since they showed the Origins, and then before that was probably Ezio. So yeah, ninjas.
Like we've gone through Spartans in Rome, which are not really sneaky at all.
Not at all.
God, was fucking great though.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've got to get back to it. I played like the first 5 hours.
Bro, everything of Odyssey is what fucking Valhalla should have been.
Really? Okay.
Bro, it's great.
That nothing made me get spicy.
And I went and I played what was the other one? The one that was set in Egypt, Origins.
Origins.
And I really wanted to like Origins, but you can tell like because that was like the first one when they like redid the formula of what Assassin's Creed was. And it wasn't quite done. So to me
Right.
it just felt a little weird.
I feel
So
Then you go
I
to
think I
fucking
own Odyssey.
Odyssey.
I'm gonna go and check it out. I'm gonna go check it out.
Once
I
you go
think I
from
own it.
Origins to Odyssey, you Origin was the prequel. It was the test. Odyssey
Mm,
was literally the finished project of Origin, and you saw
I
that
see.
like it was.
I have to check Odyssey out, but I'm really excited for this feudal Japan, man. Hopefully, we get it in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think they said that because this year they're just doing the DLC for Valhalla,
Which
Right.
drops in a
and
few.
then next year we'll get Mirage, and I think they actually said 2024 was for Assassin's Creed Code Red.
Ninjas. Assassin's
Right,
Creed Ninja.
right, ninjas in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Take that for what you will.
You know what I'm
Um,
saying?
so yeah, but we made it. We made
Yeah,
it. Like
we
we
finally
we
got
finally got it. It is crazy because even as they announced it, they were like, "Man, the longest running request out of this series since we've created it, we're finally going to feudal Japan." Like,
Finally.
if y'all know, we've been, and I'm kind of happy because technology is advanced. You know, I imagine now I know that Sony usually presents games with an unparalleled level of polish, but when you think about maybe meshing some of that Ghost of Tsushima goodness into the open world formula of what Assassin's Creed can be, that could be exciting. So yeah. But
Yeah.
and moving forward, let's go ahead and get into some television and movie stuff here. Um, most of everything from here on out is Marvel, so let's get this out of the way first.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Black Adam trailer. L-
My
Like
God.
I've never seen something that looks so amazing and so concerning at the same time. So, Pat,
God.
I know that you are our resident DC guy. You want to go ahead
Yeah.
and kind of walk us through where you are with this?
Okay. So, if you don't know, you won't know. The Rock has been panning for this movie for years, literal almost a decade, right? We finally have some more information about this story and where it may be headed with the Justice Society. Hawkman looks amazing.
Yeah, he
His
does.
nymph armor and everything, his nymph hammer, and it like transforms too. I think that looks so freaking dope. Atom Smasher looks dope. Even Black Adam himself, right? He's got some crazy moves going on. My problem lies with this man being heroified. Like, let him continue to be an anti-hero. That is his montage. That is his MO. That is who he is in the comics. And I feel like they're going to try and make him a new Superman and build the entire WB around him because it's already been rumored that depending on how Black Adam does in the movies will determine the rest of the DCEU. And if they're gonna heroify him, I think this is the wrong move. He should not be some sort of Masonic character. He is not a hero. He is out for vengeance and out to protect his own like country, his own people, Kandak. Those are his only concerns. Other than that, he could give any care less. But what the Justice Society, what Dr. Fate has going on, and Dr. Fate looks freaking great as well. Pierce
Yeah, he
Bronson,
does.
bruh.
He's bringing that James Bond energy back,
I
man.
swear. I
He
swear.
does look clean, and like that's one thing I can say is, and I don't know how much of that is attributed because if we remember back in the MCU, they gave us like these modernized, like grounded versions of their superhero costumes, except for Thor. And the logic there was, well, Thor's from another universe, so why would he need something that looks like we're used to here? He can look as crazy as wonky as he wants to.
Right.
And since then, even in the Marvel movies, we've been getting closer and closer and closer to comic book accurate attire for most of their characters now. And like here we are looking at these DC movies, and like all of their attire is like ripped right out of the comic books, and I
Yeah.
love to see it. So I
Yeah.
mean, if nothing else, I can definitely say like their character design, their costume designs, like the makeup, everything that goes into it, their characters are looking nothing short of amazing at this point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can tell the money that they're putting behind this one. Sad to see we won't, see the Batgirl movie, all the money they put behind that. But I am still hoping that this movie does well. And Laser or Chris said something that was really interesting, that they may be trying to make him a superhero for now and do a slow descent into villainy. That could be interesting, but I
But it ain't
mean,
Black Adam.
it's not Black Adam, right? Black Adam is already who he is. He's going to be that way. He stole his powers. The next movie that we need after Shazam needs to be a Black Adam versus Shazam movie.
Right.
And if it's not, then DC has failed.
Right. And that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think in a world where we got Shazam after Black Adam, it would
Mhm.
maybe make sense. But it's like, soon as he sees Shazam, because like the thing is like Shazam and Black Adam, and like don't quote me on it because I'm not the biggest Marvel expert, but from what I understand, they have like an ancient beef.
You
Like
said
these
DC.
dudes have.
Black Adam.
DC.
DC, please. You said
DC,
Marvel.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, sorry.
they
Yeah.
have a bit of a beef.
But it's
Right,
because
like
of
an
the
ancient
wizard.
beef.
Because it's because of the
It's
wizard.
all because of the wizard.
Yeah.
Shazam
Yeah.
chose Black Adam first. And then Black Adam took his vengeance the way that he does. And they locked him away. And then thousands of years go by, and then we get Billy, and we end up getting the Shazam and the Shazam kids. So yeah, they kind of have a beef because of what the wizard's choice was in the beginning. But I mean, yeah, we definitely need that Black Adam versus Shazam movie.
Yeah,
I just want
agree.
people to know
So-
this. Quick fun fact: if you watch the DC movie with Black Adam and Captain Marvel,
Mhm.
you will know his name. Well, he started off as Captain Marvel, but
Start off with
yeah,
Captain Marvel.
he had to switch it because of Marvel.
Mhm. Marvel was
legality
like,
issues.
Legality issues, but he turned to Shazam. I just want to put that little snippet in there. So,
yeah, I thought that was fun. I actually thought that was fun because I think that lawsuit happened right around the time of the Mortal Kombat versus DC game,
Yep.
and it's like
Mhm.
you're playing it. It's Captain Marvel, and then one day you log in and you play after the patch.
It's
They're like
Shazam.
Shazam, and it's like,
Who the fuck is this?
who the fuck is that? Yeah. So shout out to Marvel being in their petty bag there.
Right.
Yeah, but like all in all, like I don't know. It's weird because I'm still sold. I think that the movie looks great.
Yeah, I'm still sold too, and
Yeah.
that's what's got me so concerned, is because I am sold on the movie, right? I want to see it regardless, but the way that they're portraying it, I don't think is the best route that they
Yeah.
should go.
And that's where I'm at. Like I get the easiest way to explain it on my front is this looks awesome. This is a movie I want to see. However, that is not the guy that I am actually coming here to see.
Exactly.
So yeah, so we'll have to figure that out. Lady Gunner, have you seen the trailer yet? Do you have any thoughts, any concerns, or are you just gonna go see it and see what happens?
I'm just gonna see what happens. Everybody's concerned about him being a good guy or a bad guy. I, for one, am like down for him being a good guy. I always like, superheroes. So, I mean, if he is a bad guy, but fingers crossed he's a good guy.
because
I
you
know
don't know
everybody's
your
gonna be
history.
super
Because you don't know your history. 'Cause you
I
know your
don't care. I
history.
like superheroes. Just like I don't like how they just killed the
You
whole
don't know
Teenage
your
Mutant Ninja Turtles
history.
off, except for one
It's okay.
person.
You don't know your history. That is.
Yeah, they
I
left
don't know
Yeah.
my history.
they left the realest ninja behind,
Oh no!
Michelangelo.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know my
Michelangelo for
history
the
because I
win.
like superheroes.
No, it's the fact that you will want Black Adam to be a superhero, which is something that
Oh.
someone who doesn't know their history, that knows, like, there's no way you
Right.
will want this man to be a superhero. It's like asking Sinestro to be a good guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I
if
mean,
you
he
wanna
started
turn
off
over
as a
new
Green
leaf.
Lantern. We all know he
Yeah.
started off as a Green Lantern, but we know It's like Lex Luthor saying he doesn't have any underlining
Any
motive.
ulterior motives.
Like
Yeah.
100%. Like, no, Lex, we know,
You're
bro.
gonna give the keys to the Batcave to the Joker and tell him to be a good guy?
Exactly. Come on now.
Yeah.
Joker
You want to
has
turn
fun.
over a new leaf?
Joker turning over a new leaf. This man is a menace. He shot Barbara in the
So
back
funny.
and was like, I'm about to have my way.
Have you seen the Harley Quinn show recently? He turned over a new leaf and turned right back.
Yeah.
He never turned over a new leaf. The man just painted it. It was like,
That
nah, bro.
right. It's like I just painted the front side of my leaf to look like the back side. Come here, get fucked. Yeah,
That's
you got
crazy.
you
Legitimately.
gotta watch Joker. You
Legitimately.
gotta watch Joker. Yeah, but all in all, Black Adam does look awesome.
Excited as hell.
I hope they do the right thing. They didn't necessarily come out in the trailer and say, "Hey, he's a hero now," but they gave the whole like background speech of you can be the savior or you can be the destruction of this planet.
Right.
I hope that he chooses destruction, but it doesn't look like
Choose
that is the case. Yes, always choose violence. Speaking of violence, let's get into this Disney Marvel game showcase.
No. Let me lead. Let me take this.
Go.
I have things to say.
So on Friday, the Disney Marvel's games first ever showcase has come to pass. Just to remind you guys, back in about 2014, Disney decided that they did not know much about video games. So where they previously had their own studios that were developing and putting out video games, they decided that they did not want to do that anymore. They shut down those studios. Games like Split Second, games like what was it, Disney Infinity, which was like the games to life game where you could buy the little action figures and scan them into the game. All of those types of projects fell to the wayside. Star Wars games were canceled. Like all types of stuff happened. The world went freaking crazy. Then a couple years later, they're like, you know what? We found this out. We don't know about video games. So we're going to hire people. We're going to contract our licenses out and we're going to get these people to make games. That's when we got wonderful games like Guardians of the Galaxy. We got the fantastic Adventure of the Avengers. And we got wonderful games like Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man. So with them announcing their first ever game showcase, while we know that Spider-Man 2 is expected to be out next year, Wolverine is something that has been, in the cards for the last couple years, and a lot of other games that have been teased to be in development from the House of Marvel. We had big, we had gargantuan expectations. Mostly because not only did they announced this like a month ago and was like, hey, save the date, guys. Save the date. And then that event came, and Perry, what happened?
Nothing. Nothing. Like, nothing happened.
Oh my god. Oh my
Nothing.
god, oh my god.
Nothing. Like, bro, like, so check this out. So I went into this thing. Forget that. I have to start from the very beginning. I got up early to take care of business by running errands, going to the store, going grocery shopping, because I just knew in my heart that Marvel was going to deliver. I had me and Greg were communicating, we had everything set, we was going to get it, we was going to talk. And I even said, Greg, like, bro, there's a message, it was right there, like, bro, I'm on my way, I got to run back to the store, because I got my son a new monitor, and I got these delicious, sexy, comfortable SteelSeries headphones that you see right now on the screen.
Oh.
And Greg was like, hey, bro, hurry up, get your ass home, we're trying to do this. I'm like, bro, I'm there. I rushed home. I skipped out getting my wife gas because she was on EE. She got 15 minutes. I mean, not 15 minutes. She had about like 15 miles left before that car said, hey, bro, I'm thirsty. I'm not moving until you fill me up.
Good news is you don't live out in the boonies no more, so I'm sure there's a gas station within 15 minutes.
Oh, bro, there's a gas station within 2 minutes. This is walking distance.
Boom. So she ain't out of gas.
You know what
Please
I'm saying?
continue.
So I'm like, bet, I'm on my way. I got everything set. I'm putting things up. I got my snacks. Walking upstairs. First thing, I'm like, Greg, we in here. We set. We ready to go. First thing we see is our boy, the gold man himself, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
which was the best part of the show.
Literally the best part. I'm thinking, oh, Blessing's here. They got somebody who knows how to communicate video game love to video game people. We're here to have great reactions. You ever been around a beautiful, like someone that you was really attracted to, and they was like giving good game through text message. You was leading up to that moment, and then you met them in person, and then they talked, and then you smelt their breath, and you was like, oh, this is not going to be fun. And then you start listening to them, and then you ask them a very simple question: what is the location of the Great Wall of China? And they said Japanese. That is the feeling that we have with this damn show.
Not even Japan. They said Japanese.
Exactly. That is how I felt during this entire stream. Greg was like, you know what? This show did not stop me from enjoying my delicious chicken nachos.
Those nachos were fire, by the way. If you live in Indianapolis, stop by District Tap, get you some chicken nachos. They are freaking amazing.
But yeah,
District Tap.
this entire time, I could have took my time coming home. I could have stretched, could drink some orange juice, some apple juice. But no, I rushed home for the quickest of quickies.
The
And it's-
quickest.
bro, they had
Wasn't it only
moments.
like 20 minutes?
Bro, it was, I wouldn't even give it 20 minutes. It was an unpurposeful 120.
Like,
I had to hold my
not
breath.
not gonna hold you up. Like, this experience was like, you know, when we're all adults here. You know, as a guy or maybe as a woman, you know, everybody has their own thing. And you go out, you go and have sex with someone. Maybe you should or you shouldn't be having sex with this person. Go out and have sex with them. And then there's that moment afterwards where you're like washing up and you look in your or that person's mirror and you have that split second where you look at yourself and you say, man,
I'm better than this.
I'm better than this. That was the moment I had when Blessing looked at us awkwardly and said, well, yeah, that's the showcase. Thanks, guys. And then the sizzle reel started. And during the sizzle reel, where they're just showing everything, plus showing the same clip of Spider-Man and Wolverine that we've seen like 2 years ago. Like during that moment of watching that highlight reel on the way out was the moment I looked in the mirror and said, I'm better than it was rough. Now it wasn't all bad, but like all in all,
Okay.
they announced a bunch of like mobile games. And then they gave us an updated release date for Marvel Midnight Suns, which is a game that you're either gonna be into or you're not.
I'm gonna be into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out just as I'm curious. Which I think that the new date was like December 3rd.
Ooh, they
So
moved
it's
it up.
no, so it was supposed to be out in October, then it was delayed indefinitely. And then they just redated it for December, the early December. So, you know, that's a game that we all know about. They didn't really give us any like new gameplay, but they did unveil that there's going to be a mini animated series, which is the prequel to the game. And that actually looks pretty cool. But then other than that, the only other thing that they really unveiled, which is going to be awesome, but we just don't know much about it just yet. They went ahead and revealed a game starring Black Panther, Captain America. Now the dope thing is this is not T'Challa. This is not T'Challa's father either. This is his grandfather.
Azuri.
Yeah, so this is set during World War II. Along with that, you get the founder of the Wakandan, because I actually watched the interview right before the show. So you get a Wakandan woman who is the founder of the Wakandan spy network, and then there is one black World War II American soldier along with a young Captain America. So this is, I mean, these are all interesting characters because, like, from what I understand, there's going to be some type of racial undertones to this game in one way or another. The one character that they actually picked from the American military is one of the only black military members of his battalion, and Captain America selects him to basically to run the reins with
That's
him
good.
as young Captain America.
Oh, that's
Um,
dope.
so this game does have a lot going for it. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Amy Hennig. But Amy Hennig was a writer and creative director for Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. Well,
Ooh.
partially 3. There was some drama there. And then also has had her hand in a lot of other games through the years. And when you talk about the person who is single-handedly responsible for the pulp action, live action, high production value cinematic games that Naughty Dog does, she is single-handedly the person that inspired those changes and those directions of where Naughty Dog is now. And she said during her interview, she said, "Hey, if you've played my games, we're right in there. This is going to be a high production value cinematic action adventure game that will be welcoming to newcomers, but it'll also be challenging enough for veteran gamers." So this looks like it's shaping up. I mean, we would have to assume anyway, starring Captain America and Black Panther, that this is going to be a blockbuster title. But if you weren't sure before, especially with them announcing so many mobile games, this is absolutely going to be a big game when we actually get more information about it.
So
So we should be excited, but again, in situations where you unveil with a very cryptic cinematic trailer, I just think at this point, maybe like younger gamers, I don't know, but at this point we are all 30 or scratching at 30. The cinematic trailer, we know better, like,
yeah,
and I get it to a certain extent. Like, get your games out there, let people know that they're coming. Um, I don't know, but at least if you get them out there, give us hints on what the game is. Like, I think that the Assassin's Creed Mirage did a good job of hinting in the trailer, hey, we're kind of getting back to our roots. Like,
yeah.
all we got in this one was a couple questions, some text, and then Black Panther and Captain America in a dark room.
Barely can see
So
them.
yeah. So I guess we'll have to wait. I'm sure someone's gonna like break down that trailer and find all types of different Marvel references within those trailers and kind of give us an idea of who else may pop up in this game. Maybe
hmm
we'll get some Wolverine action in here. That would be freaking awesome.
World War II, we should
Yeah.
see Wolvie.
I
So
mean, we possibly could. So I mean, but we'll have to see. Like, all in all, like, I know Perry is pretty much already just pissed on this showcase, which would be undeserving if they managed to do this the right way. But again, they hyped it up. They told us to save the date a month ago, and then they came in with a C plus at best performance. Do you
bag of
guys?
Dookie.
Yeah. Do you guys have like any additional thoughts or anything in regards of this particular showcase?
Shame on you, Disney and Marvel.
Shame on. Well, I have a
Shame.
few things about Disney that has been concerning.
If you know, you know.
Outside of the gaming aspect, but we'll get deeper into that. If you don't
Yeah.
mind, can I go there?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's where we're going now. Because of course the Disney and Marvel game showcase, or first ever game showcase, what they kept nailing home like it was going to be something big, and it wasn't. But regardless, that event was actually meant to kick off the grandiose event of D23, and we got lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. We got Star Wars stuff, Indiana Jones,
You're
Marvel stuff. Where do you want to start, Perry?
I want to go with the thing that was not announced, that I was very disappointed in. Um, it's still on topic. Just to derail, we're going to go to Japan. The purchase of Bleach rights that Disney owns. We this morning just got the announcement of Bleach being released October 10th.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which that trailer is amazing. Oh my god, it looks so good.
With probably one of the biggest reveal fights of all time. with probably I believe, one of the most shocking one shots that I've seen in years.
Yeah.
You did not say that you're going to simulcast this, and that breaks my heart, just because that right there, you need to simulcast this. You want as many eyes on it as possible, just because anime is no longer a niche hobby. It
Yeah.
is now
Absolutely.
mainstream.
Yeah, and I mean, and testament to that, do you remember like, and I don't remember any other anime. Like, I know there are other big animes out there, but I don't remember another anime particularly like that did it like Dragon Ball Super. They had the simulcast with Crunchyroll exclusively, and every Saturday night, every Saturday night, Crunchyroll crashed because people were clamoring to get to it, and it's like, why wouldn't you? Why, like, if you have the ability, maybe we don't know, maybe there's something within the contracts of the license, I don't know, but why wouldn't you volunteer for to do something like that? If it is within your power, why not set up to have that much pull? Like, Disney owns what at this point? They owns like 67% of Hulu, which is, I'm assuming, where it'll be streamed. I don't think this is going to be a Disney Plus product, but
No.
they own 67% of Hulu. Um, why not just say, hey, just so you guys know, we do have it. It's coming on Hulu the same day. Like, so, and they still haven't made an announcement. So we don't necessarily know when we're gonna get this. Like, is it come? I'm assuming it's gonna come to Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll is still a Japanese-owned company and blah blah blah. And Disney only has the American rights.
Right.
Something to kind of keep in
It's
mind.
simulcast is, again, it will release in Japan, but we don't know if it's going to get the Crunchyroll um
Yeah.
the subtitles that we want. And a lot of people online are saying they're about to go do their adventure for One Piece, searching the wide web on the seven seas, and they're going to pirate the hell out of this if it's not
Yeah.
simulcast. And again, if you know anything about the deliciousness of anime and how people go, I mean, you don't want that to happen. You want people to actually to support the
Yeah.
launch of it, because again, anime is no longer a niche hobby. It is mainstream. You have USC that literally did the One Piece Red rendition at halftime.
Yeah.
At halftime, you literally have Americans going to movie theaters that are doing way more for Dragon Ball superheroes, doing way more than what they did in Japan, and now showing that something as, well, how can I say this? An anime that's released in Japan is not going to hold it back from having more releases, because it can be successful somewhere else.
Yep.
Numbers don't lie. Money speaks for itself. So
I mean, facts of the matter is, I mean, America is the largest entertainment market in the world. So the fact that it's making such a splash overseas here in America, like, I don't know, it's a very weird decision, man. Like, I hope that they figure it out, because just as you said, what's going to happen? People are going to pirate this, and then once they pirate this, they're going to make fan subtitles, and then they're going to put it out for the fans. And then what's going to happen at that point is it's ultimately going to hurt the creators.
Yep.
Like, that's what it boils down to. So I think that Disney does need to figure this out, because they cannot afford to handle this the way that they handled Naruto Shippuden. Like,
they cannot.
that was a disaster. Like, they didn't even bother with subtitles. They dragged their feet to give us a dub version. They edited out all the violence, and then they put it out, and then realized there was too much violence to edit out, and then they just stopped airing it, and then we had to wait for English dubs to kind of figure out what they were doing over in the Funimation office. Like, we cannot afford for this to be handled in that particular manner. So I'm a little nervous, man. Especially after seeing the trailer. Like, I am at this point. convinced that I'll probably go dig up one of those spoiler-free episode lists and start binging through to get caught up and be ready for this. But I don't know, man.
One thing, the one positive is the art style of this anime for Bleach is giving me hope. It is giving me hope that I can get Vagabond anime. Because if it's done correctly and if it's done beautifully and has patience and it's done, oh my God, Vagabond is by far the most artistic piece of work that I have seen ever. I need it in my life.
That sounds, excuse me.
But I just want to say that just because it was something that it's not really something that is focused on. But there's that. Where we can start off as far as Marvel, I want to thank Greg for reaching out and doing his homework. He definitely reached out and he was like, "Hey, bro, I was gonna go live because I was like, man, we're gonna have this Marvel moment. It's gonna be hype." And he was like, "Nah, bro, we're not having one of those." I'm like, "What do you mean? There's a live stream on the website." I was like, "Yeah, I get it, but when there's a Marvel it's something as big as Marvel's going to pop up, don't you think they will have like it on schedule?" I'm like, "You're right." I'm like, I got to look and I was like, "Oh man, this man is correct. This is madness." So as we proceeded, I was like, "Hey, you know what we should do? Me and Lady Gunner, we're just gonna." Lady Gunner was here. She did her homework. She was like, "Where the hell y'all niggas at?" "I'm here." Like, I'm pulling up. So we decided we was gonna play Destiny, and then watch Twitter. And with that, we had God sent to us. We had God sent to us, ladies and gentlemen. Where you want to start off, Pat? Because you're the only one of culture here. You're the only one that knows the correct way to say his name.
Oh, we talking about Baby Yoda.
Yeah, we're
His
definitely talking about Baby
name
Yoda.
is Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
His
Baby
name is
Yoda.
Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
I am Groot, but we're going with Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
Mm-mm.
You don't call.
You don't have a name.
You
It's
didn't
Baby
call
Yoda.
Baby Groot Baby Groot.
Yes, I
Yeah, they
did.
did.
You
Call him Baby Groot. We ain't call
They
nah.
literally call
Here,
him Baby Groot. What are you talking
Man,
about?
Whatever. His name is Grogu.
Baby
Call
Yoda.
him by his name.
Baby Yoda.
He likes his name.
In my
I'm
book, he don't
sure.
got a name. It's Baby
Yeah,
Yoda.
it's Baby
In
Yoda.
your book is wrong.
Your
My
book is
book, he don't
wrong.
got a
Your
name.
studies
Okay.
are
Baby
wrong.
Yoda.
So I had to get this out of the way on the pre-show, but we're gonna have the same example again, okay? I'm sure
Oh
everybody
my
has
God.
Windex, right?
Listen.
Everyone has Windex at home, right? I would assume you do. If you don't, you're trifling. Get some fucking Windex in your house. But everyone has Windex. Now let me ask you this. Is your Windex actually Windex? Or looking at the bottle, is it window cleaner or glass cleaner? Now, when you look at that window cleaner or glass cleaner, if it is not actually of Windex brand, do you still call it Windex? Or are you one of those weirdos that calls it glass cleaner or window cleaner? You know what I'm saying? You call it by its name. You call it Windex. If you are a parent and you need Pampers, nobody calls Pampers disposable diapers. No, they call them Pampers. Why? Because Pampers are what they are. Okay? So just like with Yoda, we know Yoda is a green guy with a little bit of hair and some exceptional force powers. So what happens? We got another little green guy with a couple hairs and exceptional force powers. So what's his name? Baby
Grogu.
Yoda.
Just
He's a
because you know
baby.
the first one as a Yoda, that's his name. That's not his
No,
species.
it's okay. He suffers from the Windex effect. And that's okay. He's Baby Yoda.
That's his name, not his species.
He's a Baby Yoda.
And so if
Baby
Grogu
Yoda.
had been
Baby
in the
Yoda.
original trilogy, then you would call the current Yoda Baby Grogu.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, you would not.
Yes,
No,
I
you
would.
wouldn't. No, you
Yeah,
would
we
not.
would. Baby
Because we
Grogu.
No,
wouldn't
you would
because
not.
we wouldn't know
No,
what a
you would
Yoda
not.
would. We wouldn't know what a Yoda
done.
is.
I'm
So check
done.
this out. If
I'm
window
done.
cleaner wasn't, if Windex was not the leading brand in the world of window cleaning, would we call all other window cleaners Windex? No,
Listen.
no. It's the Windex effect. There's nothing you can do.
What's up, T. Will?
Listen. He has a name.
Mm-hmm.
His
What's his
name
name?
has been established multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple times.
Yes.
Why can't you just
As
say
it
what
says
his
behind
name
you,
is?
Chat,
the child.
before we had this conversation, did y'all know what Baby Yoda's name was, or do y'all still call him Baby Yoda?
It's Baby Yoda.
If you watch The Mandalorian, you should know what his name is. They've said it
Yes,
a bunch of different
Baby
times.
Yoda.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
actually, they
y'all
do
know
say
his name, but do
name.
y'all call
The
him
child.
They don't even call
Baby
him a
Yoda,
Baby
or do y'all
Yoda.
call
They
him
call
whatever
him
the
the
name
child.
is?
Baby Yoda.
They don't
Yeah.
even call him a Baby Yoda. They call him the child in
Baby
the
Yoda.
show until they figure out his name from Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
It's a Baby Yoda.
Speaking
Okay.
of that,
I would say a child is still a baby. You can't just call
Oh
it
my
Baby
god!
Yoda.
Right.
You just
It's
you
like
just want to
if
infuriate me.
you have a Pikachu and you nickname it Sparky, is Sparky still a Pikachu? Yes. Okay.
But Yoda is not
Baby Yoda. Okay. We don't have to
Oh
go
my
over this.
god!
T. Will the
Oh my
Don.
god!
Please explain to him, Baby Yoda. Okay. Everybody in the
No,
chat say Baby
his
Yoda. It's
name
Baby
his
Yoda.
name is not
Can I get a
Baby
Baby
Yoda.
Yoda in the
Grogu.
chat?
Right.
It is his
That's
name
what we
is
need. We
Grogu.
need a
I'm
Baby
gonna make
Yoda
an
emote.
exclamation thing,
Oh
Baby
my
Yoda.
god! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Okay.
I just want to let you know.
They're trying to give me an aneurysm.
I
That's
just
what
want to
they're
let you know
trying to
this
do.
is.
You're
this
trying to
is-
give yourself an aneurysm. It's Baby Yoda.
No,
Okay.
no. It
He's
is
cute. He's green, and
Grogu.
he's a baby. The only difference is one of them
His
is
name is
one of them is
Grogu.
cute
He's
and
50
green, and one
years
of them's
old.
he's a baby.
He's 50.
Yes, and in
Baby.
his species of Yoda, he is a baby,
Okay, but he's 50.
but he's a baby.
He is
And
not.
his name is
He's not
Grogu.
even a damn junior.
It's a
You know,
baby.
right? He's not even a junior, bro.
You know
He's
what?
a
You know
whole
what?
different thing.
You know what?
Right? He's a whole
I
different
could
organism.
probably lobby for Yoda Jr.
Oh my
Stop it.
You know, I could probably.
Grogu. Thank you,
No, it's Baby
Sacred.
Yoda. Sacred, we
Grogu,
don't.
respectfully.
I appreciate
Sacred,
that.
we
Thank
don't
you,
care about
Sacred.
your opinion. It's Baby Yoda. Okay.
His name is
y'all
Grogu.
see that? Y'all see that exclamation point right there? Y'all see that command? It's
No,
Baby
Baby
Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah.
no.
Stop it.
His
Stop it.
name
You're
is
sick.
Grogu.
But anyway, we get this
Thank
trailer
you,
of
T-Will.
we
Thank
get
you,
this
T-Will.
trailer.
Wow, takes your
T.
hot
Will,
status.
My
you're dead
man.
to me. Okay.
My man.
He's Baby Yoda. That's it. There's
His
nothing else.
name is Grogu,
Baby Yoda.
bro.
I don't know. That's a
You're
very
dead
like.
to me.
It's like all of you people are in the chat and you're spelling Baby Yoda the wrong way. That's all that's
No,
happening here.
no,
You guys are
no.
dumb and you don't know how to spell. Okay, I said it.
He even said, "I feel you on the Pokemon nickname, but it's
Baby
still
Yoda.
Grogu.
Yeah.
You
Just
still
like it's
call
the-
Sparky Sparky.
No, he's Pikachu.
No, he's a Sparky.
So guess what? If I'm walking down the street and I see your dog, right? And I don't know your dog's name, okay? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna see that
And
dog.
then I tell you
and
my dog's name, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna call him Dog?
No, because I don't.
Because I told you his dog's name, and
No,
he just
because
looks
I
like
don't.
a dog. You're gonna just call
Breaking
him
news!
the
Breaking news!
species
Breaking
name?
news! Breaking news! Assassin's Odyssey is ready to play on my PS5,
Nobody
and
cares.
Grogu's name is Baby Yoda. Okay,
Nobody
Fucking
cares.
God.
back to you, Sean.
Nobody fucking cares.
So this is all I'm saying. If I don't know you from Peter or Paul, and I will see you walking down the street, and you have a beautiful dog, and I say, "Hey, guy with the light skin, dreads, locks, yeah, you have a beautiful dog," and you say to me, yes, my dog's name is Anubis." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna say,
"Come here, such a cute baby. Come here,
Right.
baby." I'm not gonna
you know
call
what?
him
I'm gonna go
Anubis.
home. I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, "Hey, remember that one guy that had that cute dog?" Done. He's Baby Yoda.
But
It does
that
not
is
matter.
someone who does a splash of an impression on you. This
What is
is
he? What is he? And this is what we get again. What feats has he done thus far that makes him special? He's not done anything that we haven't seen other Force users use. He's not done anything to have respect put on his name yet.
Are you serious?
He's not done anything to have respect put on his name yet.
I'm not talking.
What astronomical feats have you
I'm
seen?
not talking.
I'm not having
Have
this
you seen him
I'm
do
not having
anything? Have
I'm
you
not
seen
having
him
this
do anything that
conversation.
outclasses Yoda, that outclasses Darth Vader, that outclasses who do y'all love so much? Darth Revan. Like, who has he outclassed? He hasn't outclassed a single Padawan in the Star Wars universe
This
yet. Therefore,
motherfucker really just said
there
this
is no
dumb shit.
respect on his name
You are
because he is a
This
disrespectful.
baby Yoda.
motherfucker really just said that.
You are
Baby Yoda.
disrespectful.
He
sir.
just said a
What-
fucking Padawan of. Are
What
you?
Padawan has he outclassed?
Oh my god! Are you
are
serious?
disrespectful, sir.
Because I saw
Without
Ahsoka as a
even
Padawan. She
being
was a
trained
dog.
in the Force, without even being trained in the Force, he saved lives multiple times.
Multiple
That's
fucking
fine.
times,
And
bro.
there are other Force
He's
users that were sensitive
he's
to
not
Force and
been
saved
trained in the
lives.
Force.
He hasn't
What
been
are you
trained in the
talking
Force.
about?
He is
You're
something
talking
that
about
feels the
people-
Force. Are you serious?
There
are other Force users that have
No.
not
Who
been
have been
in the Force.
trained in the way of the fucking
done.
Force?
Remember
Goddammit.
Rogue One?
done.
Remember Rogue
done.
One? Donnie
getting a
Yen's
little
character,
spicy in
who
here.
did not even have the Force.
What do you mean he had the Force?
I said he
was
did not.
trained.
Donnie
He
Yen
had
did not have the
training.
Force. That was
He
the
had-
whole thing behind
What
it.
are you talking about? Yes, he did. The Force list was in all. If you watch
But he
Star
did not.
Wars,
He
then
did.
you
He
would
did not have.
understand that.
He did not have the ability to manipulate and use the Force.
Yes, he did. If you watch Star
that
Wars,
was the.
you would
That was the whole.
understand that.
That was the
No.
whole thing of what made that character
Donnie
amazing.
Yen did have the Force.
Oh,
he
no,
had
no,
a
wait,
lower aspect of the Force than what you're
Okay,
used
you
to
know what?
seeing with Jedi
You are
Sith.
correct because I remember his whole thing is I am one with the
So
Force. The
stop.
Force is one with me.
So
However, he
stop.
didn't outclass him. He didn't outclass him.
Bruh.
What Padawan have you seen lift anything of weight that the child has lifted?
Ahsoka was a dog. Anakin was a
You
dog.
wanted to call him Baby Yoda. You
Oh my
wanna say
god,
that.
stop it.
Like he's Baby
Bruh.
Yoda until he does
Bruh.
something to put respect on his name. He is Baby Yoda. Okay,
I don't know
done.
how many lives you want him to save.
Mandalorian season 3 looks amazing. We're excited to watch it in 4K. HDR, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos goodness. We can't wait to see Baby Yoda earn the name of Grogu.
Thank you, T. Will.
Until
Thank you,
then,
T. Will.
done.
Thank you, T. Will. Thank you,
He
Sacred.
saved the Mando
Thank
with
you,
no
Sacred.
training. Without that, there would be no show. Cool. Guess what? I don't care. He's not done anything reputable within the Star Wars universe.
Oh my fucking god! And this is. Have you read the fucking Bible? Oh my!
I
I'm calming
love
down,
this
bro.
conversation.
Bro.
I can't have this conversation.
I'm not having this
So, okay,
conversation.
so
Versus-
check this
versus-
out. Check this out.
Grogu.
Gohan
I'm not
busted
having
out
this
of Radix's
I don't care.
spaceship and
I don't care.
headbutted Radix.
I don't care.
Do we say,
care,
oh,
bro.
he's the savior now?
don't
No,
care, bro.
we don't. Okay,
But he sat there and literally got your respect as a Saiyan. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
It took Gohan to turn Super Saiyan 2 for
Oh
people
my
to finally
God.
put some respect on his name.
Oh my god.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
giving Grogu the same treatment. He's Baby Yoda, and
Oh
you
my
will not
God.
change my mind.
Oh
He's
my
a baby,
God.
and he looks like Yoda,
Oh
and
my
he's not done
fucking
anything
Christ.
of consequence yet. He saved the Mandalorian. Whoop-de-doo.
He
What
saved
do you know
Mandalorian
what the
as a
fucking Mandalorian
Mandalorian.
stands for and what they've done? Are you? You haven't read the Bible.
That's
You are not
crazy.
one of the Force.
He's not
You-
even.
He's not initiated. bro.
That's what it
He's
is,
not
and I'm
initiated.
getting upset
It's
with
okay.
someone who don't know no better.
Right,
That's my
right,
fault.
right.
That's
You're
my
getting
fault.
upset with somebody
That's
that's
my
ignorant.
fault.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
We're not
you
gonna
went to
have this
Disney World and you got a
conversation.
fucking lightsaber
Look.
made like
We'll
everyone
let
else who
them-
goes to fucking Disney World.
We'll
I
call
don't
them
care.
Baby Yoda.
This is
Right?
what I'm
We'll
saying.
let them call him Baby Yoda. They are uninitiated.
Thank
they have
you.
not read the text.
Don't
You
tell
know
me
what
I ain't
mean?
on I come here where I
This is
want,
what I'm
Baby
saying.
Yoda.
This is
It's
what
all
I'm saying.
good. No, because I feel like individuals who really
This
like
is what I'm saying.
with Star Wars, like they would really call him Grogu,
I
not
have a
Baby Yoda.
kyber crystal. Yoda came and blessed my kyber crystal. You know
Listen,
what? And he
listen,
told me the
Listen,
force
you
is
went to
strong
Disney
within
World.
you.
You went to Disney World.
I went to
and
Batu.
you feel like an aficionado. That's cute.
I went to Batu. Okay,
That's
that's
real
where I
cute.
went. Okay, I ran from Kylo Ren. You know what I'm saying? I joined the rebellion. Okay, I did all those things. I met Yoda.
God,
I got into a pushing
God.
contest.
He pulled out
with
the
some
lightsaber.
stormtroopers. With Star Troopers.
He pulled
I
out a
got in an
whole
argument with
lightsaber.
them. I got in an argument with Star Troopers. I did that. I went there. Okay.
Right, we don't call Gohan or Goten baby Goku. We don't.
So
We've never done that. We've never
check
done
this
that.
out.
We've never done that. We've never done that. We've never done
was
that.
not respected.
We've
until
never
he
done
turned
that.
Super Saiyan 2.
No,
We've never done
once
that.
did we
We've
call
never
him
done
was not
that.
respected until Super
He's
Saiyan 2.
he's never.
And
What are you talking about?
And
But
Goten
yeah,
was little Goku
but
until he hit Gotenks.
No,
Done.
he was not.
No, he
was
wasn't.
Never little
No,
Goku.
So
He's
y'all
never
got
little
respect
Goku.
for Goten?
Say what?
Y'all have respect for Goten
I have
before
enough respect for
he
him to
went
call him
Gotenks?
his name. I have enough respect to call him
I've
his
never
name.
called him Baby Goku. Why would I call him Baby Goku? Explain to
All
me
I'm
why.
saying is you could call
Because
him
he's
his
literally
name. His name
he's
has been
literally
established in the lore.
Goku's character design.
But why would I
That's
call him?
why.
But his name was Goten. He was able to turn Super Saiyan. He
It's
went to Trunks and
literally
Gotenks.
the
No,
same character design. They recycled
I'm not.
the character
Again,
design and
I'm
gave
not
him
going
long
back and forth.
sleeves.
I'm tired, and I'm not going to allow this man to
Yeah,
drain
no,
me anymore.
I'm
not going back
Like
and
I
forth
said,
because he don't know no better. He's a
I
man.
was about to.
He never
I'm
fucking
ignorant.
never finished fucking Clone Wars. Why am I talking to this man?
What does that? What's that have to do with anything? Is
Everything.
Yoda
What the
in
fuck do
there?
you mean?
I know
You have
Yoda's
not
there.
done your history. You have not done your
I know
homework.
Yoda
You have
is there.
not
He's
done
not
what you need to know.
educated.
And I'm
He's
cool.
not
let me
initiated.
let me ask you this:
I'm
where
not.
is
I'm
Baby
cool.
Yoda placed in Star Wars history?
It does not matter.
What do
It
you
does
mean?
not
Where
matter.
is
he placed?
Grogu placed in Star Wars
You
history?
said that I've not done my history. At this point, Goku has not established any history within Star Wars yet. He's just there.
Where is the Mandalorian taking place?
Oh,
What time? What time are we taking?
serious right now?
So this is
Are
what I'm
you
saying.
watching the show?
What relevance does he
Are you
have
watching the
outside
show?
of being
Are you-
extremely force sensitive?
Are you?
Come on, bro.
Answer the question. I asked the question. What relevance does he have outside of being extremely force sensitive?
Fam.
That is
Why do
literally
you
it.
think they want him?
That's literally it. That is the purpose.
So he's
What
not
the-
done anything
The
yet.
Empire wants him.
So just like Gohan, up until he turns Super Saiyan 2, all he has is potential.
Come
What?
on,
Oh
bro.
my god, bro.
Next
you know
topic.
What? Oh, wasn't that Anakin Skywalker though? Wasn't that Anakin Skywalker who only had potential?
But guess what?
No. Answer the fucking question. Answer the fucking question.
And he turned
Wasn't he
into
have
Darth
potential?
Vader.
Oh
And
my
he turned
god.
into Darth
That's been
Vader.
Star Wars. That's always been Star
And
Wars.
he turned into Darth
But he
Vader.
always had potential.
Grogu is
But he was
Baby
a thing
Yoda.
of
Thank
potential.
you.
Was he?
Thank
Yes or
you.
no? Was he a thing
Hey,
of potential? Was he a
The
thing of potential?
lightsaber is off. Next topic. The lightsaber is off. Next topic. Secret Invasions looks amazing. Samuel L. Jackson looks like he's about to go crazy out here, y'all.
Ahsoka is coming back with her
Right.
show, and we have young
Right.
Darth
Oh.
Goku, and it looks
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
We have
Ahsoka
Obi-Wan.
does look amazing.
Obi-Wan is a
arguing about
Padawan in
Baby
this
Yoda
show.
and Grogu. Now we're moving on.
I'm not
to
addressing them anymore. They're dead to me.
new topic.
You can't use that.
I've used it. It's been out
use
there.
another
It's been
phrase.
played.
No.
Greg had to
Use
pull out the
another phrase.
I'm
lightsaber.
good. I'm good.
Right.
Darth
I'm good.
Vader. Yep.
I'm good.
Had to.
Yeah, I
pull out
can't
the
wait
forces
till
over
Right,
here.
Anakin
exactly.
comes
Even
back
if
as
Poe
Darth.
said it. Even if Poe said it. But Anakin is Darth Vader. That's who he turns into. We do not know yet what Baby Yoda turns into. Therefore, until he shows
In the
me something.
world of Star Wars,
Done. So what does he turn into?
Anakin Skywalker
No.
is the
What
one
is-
that
what
was
does
literally
Yoda turn
born
into?
of the Force that everyone
That's
wanted.
fine.
Everyone
But I'm asking you a
wanted.
question.
I'm not talking
What
to you
does-
anymore. It's
what does
dead. You're
Baby Yoda
dead to
turn
me.
into?
I'm not
Answer the
talking.
question.
Hello, Pack. So
Sean,
anyway, we
answer
have
the
young
question.
Goku.
What does Baby Yoda
that's
turn
in-
into?
I can't.
You can't answer
I
the question
thought
because
we
we
was
don't
on a
know,
new
right?
topic. What happened?
Yeah,
I'm not talking to you.
We don't know what he
can't.
turns into yet.
It doesn't
we know
matter.
what Gohan
What
turned
has he-
into.
oh my
we know what
fucking
Goten
Christ.
turned into.
Stop talking
we
to
know
me,
what
bro.
Anakin turned into.
Stop talking to
we
me,
do
bro.
not know what Baby Yoda
Stop
turns
talking
into.
to me, bro.
Done.
Name not baby.
Next.
Oh my god.
Stop it.
Oh my god. You're just being
Next
ignorant. You're
topic.
making my dick itch at this point, nigga. You sound stupid.
If it itches, you should probably go
Oh
see
my
a
god.
doctor.
You sound so
Because
fucking.
it ain't me
oh
because
my
I ain't
God.
touched it.
Yeah, you really do sound like really like weird when you say these things, Dad Pat. Like to the point that like I know how much video game and like comic book knowledge and stuff that you know and shit like that. So when it comes to like Star Wars and the way that you're acting about Grogu's
That's because he
name
didn't
right
look
now,
like Obi-Wan Sacred.
bruh. Like you're really like tilting.
Until he does something.
Sacred.
Until we
Thank
figure
you.
out what he becomes, he's Baby Yoda.
He's not fucking.
Bro,
Stop
Until we
talking
figure
to
out
me,
what
bro.
he becomes.
Bruh.
Stop. You know what? Stop. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Done.
It don't matter.
Until we figure out.
No,
Like
it's
I
not.
said,
To you,
every character that y'all
nigga.
have used an
To
example,
you,
we know what they
to
become.
you figure it out. You figure it out. Because you're not one of the Star Wars community, so we're not acknowledging your goofy shit. That's what it is.
I'm the only one here in possession of a Kyber crystal.
You're the only one who pretends to be the one of the Force, nigga. You're the only one that pretends. You're the only one that pretends. You pretend to have a
I just want to
lightsaber.
say y'all can yell Grogu as loud as y'all want.
It's Baby
At the
Yoda
end of
until
the
he does
day,
something.
It's gonna be Baby
At
Yoda.
the
I
end
ain't
of
say
the
till he
day,
does something.
you are casuals. And we accept the fact that you are
We
casuals.
accept that y'all are not initiated. That's
Show me your
okay.
Kyber crystal.
I don't need to show you. You want to see the Bibles that I've studied? You want to see the homework I've done? I broke Star Wars down to you before. Are you Pack again?
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Again.
They're not initiated. They don't know.
Pack,
they'll
you know
learn
what?
One day.
One
day they'll learn.
Pack, one day they're part of the group that says Dark Vader instead of Darth. They're part of that community. That's who they are.
What's wrong with Darth Vader?
Exactly.
He's in all black.
Stop fucking talking to me. I'm
not gonna lie.
leaving.
I was one of those people that call him Darth Vader. Like he's in all black, but I know it's Darth Vader.
10. That was me when I was 10. But I think that was everyone at 10. To be fair.
Unfortunately, I didn't have the luxury of having that because my dad is Curtis Perry is a huge Star Wars fan. He said Darth. I knew that.
Nah. Every kid called Wolverine X-Man, and every kid called Darth Vader.
My dad was a huge Star Wars fan.
You ain't never called Wolverine.
But my dad introduced me to Star Wars. That's why. My dad showed me
every
that.
Every kid called Wolverine X-Man. So wait, what was your introduction to X-Men? Was it the 90s series?
Of course.
Yeah, you called him X-Man, bro. Stop
Absolutely no, I didn't. Absolutely,
you called him X-Man, bro.
Absolutely,
you
no,
called
I didn't.
Everybody.
Absolutely, no, I did not.
If everyone
did not,
you can call my mother right now on stream and ask her. She will tell you that I named him Wolverine. The reason why I know this is because she bought me not one but two Wolverine because I asked for them for Christmas.
You asked for X-Men.
I never called Wolverine X-Man. Not once.
You asked for X-Men for Christmas. It's fine.
Not once.
Speaking of X-Men, when are they coming to the MCU, guys?
Never.
Man, we waiting.
They're never fucking coming.
We waiting on it.
Yeah, there we go. Why is it easier for them to remember Baby Yoda than Grogu? Because Grogu hasn't done anything yet.
Thank you, T. Will. They don't know the Force.
Thank you, T. Will.
Thank you, T. Will.
That's
his explanation. You can't alter the explanation that's been there. He explained it the way he explained it, just how you want to live in whatever fucking reality.
Just like I can remember Groot. I just calling him Baby Yoda.
They say Baby Yoda because it fits them.
It fits them. That's their reality. Allow them to be
Yoda.
I call him Baby Yoda because
I call him Baby Yoda because it fits you.
It fits you.
Say Baby Yoda because
it fits you.
I call him Baby Yoda because he's cute.
Oh,
it fits
him.
You're uninitiated. I'm not going.
Hey, you know what?
I'm done
at this time. It fits
just like
more.
If you see, y'all don't ever see old people and be like, oh, they're so cute. Even if he's 50 years old, he's still a cute little Yoda. I call he just look like a baby. Baby Yoda.
It looks like Yoda.
We'll let it slide.
I'm not letting shit slide. I'm done talking.
Okay.
We'll let it slide.
The reaction at this point is
Next topic, we're done with Baby Yoda today.
Taps into his potential.
I'm going to name my stream today, Baby Yoda.
Thank you.
I want all my Star Wars fans to come in there and correct me.
I'm gonna get Baby Yoda
fans, Grogu hard veterans, hard Grogu veterans, come in there correct me.
They can't
see how petty this is.
Pack. In the face of those of the Force. You know what I'm saying? It does not matter.
What is that you're saying to me, Kyber Crystal?
It does.
Are you leading me to the Force? What is that? What?
How can one be led to the Force when he pretended to be one?
Saber doesn't mean you're a Force user.
Thank you.
God. Doesn't mean you can use the Force.
Exactly.
Thank you for your phone call.
But Pack,
Baby Yoda. Thank you.
If they did their homework, they would know this. But again,
it's Baby Yoda.
Right.
If you do your homework, we know that we don't know.
They watch the movies. They
Okay.
watch the TV shows,
So again,
and they feel like they're
I've done
good
my.
on
I am
Google.
one with the
They've
force
done their
now.
so
homework.
and
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna ask this question one last time, and I'm gonna give y'all 60 seconds to answer.
I'm not answering anything you have. I'm done with you.
So no,
I'm
because
done.
you
No,
can't
no, no.
answer
I
it.
can do what the fuck I
What
want.
does
I'm done with
Baby
you.
Yoda?
I'm
What
done
does
with
Baby
you.
Yoda become? What
I'm
does
done
Baby
with
Yoda
you.
become?
This nigga
Somebody
think I'm
tell me
playing.
what
So
he
Pac,
becomes.
like I was stating, Ahsoka has a show that's coming out that's going to give us
Right.
young Doku, right? And it's going to
Right.
be amazing. And then we
I
have
think so.
Obi-Wan as a Padawan as well. So it's going to seem pretty well because Ahsoka is one of the
Yeah.
out of this the storyline of
Is she
the.
gonna time travel or something though?
I don't believe it's time travel.
Maybe force travel?
Y'all got
Possibly.
35 seconds left.
Oh, he think.
You
Oh,
know
so
what I'm
anyway,
saying?
so I'm really excited for this to come out, and then we had two other
Yeah.
shows that was announced during this during the showcase before we
Star
got to
Wars,
Marvel.
that was the Bad Batch or Bad Squad.
So we
something
had
like that.
Tales
Bad
of
Batch.
Tales of the Jedi. The Bad
Yeah.
Batch returns January 4th of 2023.
Y'all got 15 seconds
and
left.
then we
Sure.
have Skeleton Crew, and of course the announcement of Mandalorian season
Don't
3.
forget the Acolyte as well. Have
True.
you been watching those trailers, bro? The
I have
Acolyte
not.
is nasty.
I have not.
Oh my god, bro. I cannot wait to see a Sith driven Star Wars show. Oh, give it to me now.
It's been
Give it to
60
me right now.
seconds, and no one can tell me what Baby Grogu
You are a
becomes.
sick
He is
individual.
Baby Yoda until we see what he becomes. Done. You're dead to me. The topic is dead to me.
Anyway,
He
You are
acting
a
like he's
sick
done something. The conversation's been
can we
done.
move
It's
on?
been done.
Can we move on to Secret Invasion?
It's over because I
No,
announced
no,
it is
it's
over.
over because
Thank you.
we've been done. You're just
So,
catching up, just with your casual
with that
self.
Secret Invasion trailer, looks like the scrolls are coming.
Yes, I'm really excited because Samuel Jackson is actually leading this, and
Right.
I'm like really excited for him to have this moment. Not just from like
Yeah.
a standpoint of it's going to do well for his character in the Marvel
I
in the
want to know what's
MCU.
been going on with the real Nick Fury.
Right, I do too. And
Like,
it's
what's the real Nick Fury been doing since the scrolls have taken over?
I'm excited.
I know what the real Nick Fury has been up to. He's been on that spaceship, golfing, mind his business.
So now he's been muted, so we can't hear him.
Was he not on? Was he not on a spaceship in that fucking movie? The last time we
Oh,
saw him, he was on the spaceship
no,
golfing.
don't mute it.
Oh, he's unmuted
Right.
now. He's unmuted
Right,
now
like I
because
said, because you in your feelings because you don't have proof of anything. What I was mentioning was
there's
his
plenty
last
of.
appearance.
I'm not. If you want to
His
have
last
this fucking
appearance-
conversation elsewhere,
his
we can
last
have
appearance-
it. You're just
his
being a
last
dick at this
appearance
point. You have been
was
pissing me
Spider-Man.
off for the entire week. I'm
last
done.
That his
appearance-
I'm
lightsaber
done
a
for
couple
today.
months ago.
I'm done.
So his last
That one
appearance,
since the
which
young
was
one.
in Far From Home, he was on a spaceship
He's a
golfing.
newly anointed rebellion.
Because of the fact that I brought up spaceship, your sensitive ass went to mute me. You're dead to me. But anyway, I think that he's just been sitting around waiting for the opportunity to come back when things are right. I don't think he's really been up to anything crazy, but I think that this is going to show what he is up to. But I think up till then he's just been chilling in space, chilling out with the scrolls, kind of piecing together where the universe is now.
I think he's been with Carol too. I think he's had some interaction with her. You would hope, right?
I mean, technically, she kind of helped put the scrolls that are there where they are. Thank you so much for all of those gift subs, Laser Lamont.
Thank you.
Much love. Yeah. But all in all, what I'm thinking is because if you remember in the Captain Marvel movie that everyone saw once and never went back to watch a second time because you really don't need to. There was the one throwaway line where I forget what the leader of the Peaceful Scrolls name was, but he's like, "Oh yeah, we're peaceful. Not all of us are so good." So I think that obviously I know that this is that opportunity where they're building on the story of that line. We're starting to get to some of those shady scrolls and what they're up to. So I really think that he's not been doing anything, but this is where he kind of steps back up and takes that active role. I'm really excited to see because we already seen, like, did you guys see the scene where he tries to engage in a battle with the one guy and then he looks up and there's like 10 of the same guy and he's like, oh shit, scroll territory.
Right.
Like, who, like, it helps it helps you to beg the question of like who within the MCU right now is actually a Skrull. Do you think that there is a hero that has? I mean, because I think they've got to do it at least one time. One hero that was in one pivotal moment in the last 5 years within universe of the MCU. Someone was a Skrull. Who do you think it's going to be?
Tony Stark.
Do you have a period of time that you suspect it?
Probably since the original Avengers movie, probably since 2012.
Ooh, that's a. So you think Tony Stark is alive? If that is that what we're going with here?
Yeah, I think he's possibly alive, or if he's not alive, he died when he went through that wormhole, and a scroll took his place.
That's an interesting argument, but considering the fact that we know that Skrulls have technically been on Earth and in the known universe for what the last almost 20, 30 years of the MCU, because it was
Yeah,
what Captain Marvel was set in what like 97, 99 or something like that.
yeah, I think
S-
so. Yeah, they
Yeah,
just had beepers. It was like 96 or some shit.
yeah. So I mean, it's possible.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
like Perry,
I think. Yeah.
Perry, do you have any idea or any assumptions on anyone that may have been a Skrull this entire time?
No, I really don't, man. Scrolls is something new to me, so I'm really excited to see where it goes to.
Man, I don't really think. I think that there probably is someone. I don't think it's going to be someone that had such a large role. Maybe like Agent Coulson. I think Agent Coulson might be a Skrull.
Yeah, I can
Because
see that.
I know that they said that the Agents of Shield show isn't, but it still kind of is tied into the MCU, and it's kind of like they're really playing fast and loose with that. But I could see that, we saw him die and then inexplicably come back to life.
Right.
um and I mean, even then when they ask about it, he's just like, oh yeah, like whatever, like we'll talk about that later. He never talks about it. um
Yeah.
so that I think Agent Coulson could very much have been a
What
Skrull
up,
this entire
Iconic?
time. I think, and then I mean that was his right hand man for as far as Nick Fury goes. Nick
True.
Fury has been with the Skrulls at this point for 25 years within universe. It could be possible. So that's my guess. I think that he would probably have been a Skrull. Maybe not necessarily an evil Skrull, but maybe he was. Maybe he was playing the fence because ultimately we know that Hydra was kind of playing the cards that they needed to play from within Shield to kind of, get the results that they needed in the end game of it all. Um, but along with that, we got yet another confirmation. Well, wait, did we ever get an official confirmation? I know they tease Fantastic Four very hard at multiple times. Have they ever actually confirmed it outside of what just got confirmed at D23?
Not that I know of. Except
Yeah.
for that fake picture that was going around that I just found out was fake and
Yeah.
really, really disturbed me. I
Yeah.
would love to see Henry Cavill as Doctor Doom, though. I mean,
So,
DC's not doing shit with him, so
yeah, but that is the rumor, and I think that's why it was so easy to believe, because that's been the rumor that
yeah,
John Boyega was pulled in for Johnny Blaze, that
yeah.
Henry Cavill was pulled in for Doctor Doom, Seth Rogen, which I've heard the Seth Rogen is the thing rumor has been going on for almost an entire year at this point.
Has it?
Um, yeah, so I think that there's definitely truth behind the post. It's just unfortunate that the post just kind of like cashed in and tried to make it look like it was something that it
Jump the
wasn't.
gun. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll definitely see.
You live long
Um,
enough to see yourself become a Marvel villain.
right, or live long enough to see yourself become a forceful Force user. We're looking at you, Baby Yoda. But regardless, we've more or less kind of got through the docket. Is there anything else within like the D23 uh wave of announcements that really tickle your fancy that you would like to give the stage to?
Uh,
What up, Iconic?
watch She-Hulk.
Yeah, I've got to watch this week's episode. I'm probably gonna watch it later today.
Watch She-Hulk for sure.
Yeah, She-Hulk is fire.
It's fire, bro. Premium content.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Nick is tapped out,
Yeah,
and I probably did that. I can hear him just
you
clicking
know you
away
did
so
it.
happily.
You know
Probably, I
you
don't know.
did.
I probably did. I don't know. I don't know anything. Apparently, I'm a casual at life, so who knows? I don't know. But
We're casual at
regardless,
Star Wars for sure.
let's go ahead and get into recommendations. Nick, just because you already kind of tapped out, let's go ahead and just let you get your recommendations out now, bro.
Focus on your focus. That's what I recommend everybody. Focus on what's important and get that done. Um, I'm in school right now, and my focus is just to get that done. I need to make sure I get things I needed taken care of. Right now, been taking my critical thinking course. Been able to really think some stuff through. Been able to communicate better with my wife. Um, think
That's
some
beautiful.
think some situations through. Reevaluate things that have pissed me off as of recently with just certain individuals. Maybe rethink some things, and just reevaluating things and realizing what I'm willing to take and what I'm not going to take. And I mean, it's been really good, and it's applying to what I'm learning to go towards IT because you definitely have to be you have to have a thought provoking mind, especially when you have different types of attacks as far as cybersecurity or a curious mind or when you're doing developing. So it's been a very good first course. So just focus on your focus.
Yeah, definitely. That's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that you know having some enriching experiences in your studies. So shout out to Perry, who is just adding another moniker to his name. He's out here killing it. As much as I get on his nerves sometimes, I'm not even gonna say most of the times. It's really like 30% of the time I get under his skin because I'm bored. Today was not one of those days. But it just so happened that it went that way. But definitely shout out to Perry. He's doing some big shit out here. So I will say
Facts.
personally, I'm proud of you. I tip my hat to you. Lady Gunner, what is your recommendation for us? Oh God, what is she about to do? Choose peace. Do not choose violence.
Please.
My recommendation is get those old back catalog games out of the way, you know, like Grace from the play Odyssey. I'm thinking about pulling up Assassin's Creed Syndicate just to beat it. You know, you got new games coming out, just get the old ones out the way, you know, just so you can say you beat it and you know what's happening and you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, hit that backlog. I'm not mad at that. Whew, some of them have bigger backlogs than others, but yeah,
And
I respect it.
for
We got
real.
Sean over here petting his cat like an anime villain, really like a '90s American
You
cartoon
finna be his
villain, more
origin
so.
story.
Right,
Motherfucker would
Greg is
not.
your villain origin story.
right. I can see him. It's Grogu. Yeah. Anyway,
Grogu.
what
Fucking
recommendation do
Grogu.
you have for us?
Call him Grogu. That's number one.
Wah,
Number
wah.
two.
Look, your cat even jumped out your arm. He said, "Nah, fuck that."
Number two. Watch a little football today. If you got a few dollars, place a little bet. You know what I'm saying? You might make a little something. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I
Just
put $10 down. Maybe I'll make 1,000. Who knows?
oh, that
You know
money
what I'm saying?
line. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You got. Sometimes you gotta go out there. You gotta go for what you know. So yeah,
$10.
definitely.
Throw
Right.
down a five one time. You know what I'm
This
saying?
many. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to play the lottery too. I've actually never played it. So like do something that you never done before.
Right. Take a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much respect. And then I guess I'm on top of things, and my recommendation is understand that everyone deserves a particular baseline of respect. And for anyone that needs additional respect, you must show and prove first. I'm looking at you, Baby Yoda. Anyway, respect
Dude,
and give
bro.
the amount of respect that people deserve. This is your boy, Greg from Dad Pack Gaming. Again, representing the Blerd Lines podcast team. Be in mind that traditionally we are here every Saturday online at twitch.tv/Blerd Line podcast without the S because Perry forgot it. Where you can catch us traditionally at 10:30
You are
Eastern
choosing
time.
violence.
Oh no, that's been a running joke since like
that's a running
the
thing.
second or third episode we've done here. And this is like episode like 23 or 24. However, I have been stretched thin, and super busy. So this will actually be the 21st, potentially the 22nd episode, according to YouTube. So if anyone is out there petty enough to count, yeah, that's what's going on here. But with that being said, everyone in the chat, just want to let you guys know that you could have been anywhere in the world with us this morning into your early afternoon, depending on where you are in the country. But you were here with us, and that means the world to us. So with that being said, thank you so much for the gift subs that we got today. Starting and shouting those guys out here, Laser Lamone, which I love the pun on Razor Ramon there, and you are absolutely the bad guy. As well as the new follows that we got from Sick, Teddy Guap, Wizard Design Gimmicks was actually yesterday, but shout out to those guys. And then definitely Impulse. Who else we got in here? We had a couple people, T-Will to Don as always. Our mystery wizards behind the Blerd Lines podcast chat, bots and such. Sacred, T-Will to Don. Anyone else, including Shrug This Life, that I may forget on this list. I just want you to all know that you deserve the heartiest gang. Have a wonderful Sunday, guys.
Dang.